When the Western Roman Empire fractured, many contemporaries did not believe Rome itself had fallen. That confidence rested in the East, where Roman governance not only survived but adapted. The empire we now call the Byzantine Empire saw itself as Rome's legitimate continuation. Its emperors ruled in Roman law, commanded Roman armies, and governed Roman subjects, even as the empire's language, culture, and religious identity evolved. At the same time, Byzantium faced a formidable rival to the east, the Sasanian Empire. Together, these two powers dominated the Eastern Mediterranean and Near Eastern world, locked in centuries of competition that shaped politics, religion, and identity across Afro-Eurasia. Continuity of Roman governance in the Byzantine world. Despite dramatic changes elsewhere, Byzantine rulers preserved the core machinery of Roman statecraft. Taxation systems remained intact. Professional bureaucrats administered provinces. Standing armies defended borders. Coins bearing the emperor's image circulated across vast distances, reinforcing imperial presence in daily life. Unlike the West, the East retained urban continuity. Cities such as Constantinople, Antioch, and Alexandria remained centers of administration, commerce, and learning. This continuity allowed the Byzantine state to weather crises that would have shattered less organized polities. Yet continuity did not mean stagnation. Roman governance was reshaped to fit a world where religion now anchored legitimacy, Christianity, and imperial authority. By the 6th century, the Byzantine emperor was not merely a political ruler, he was a Christian monarch charged with defending orthodoxy. Church and state became deeply intertwined. Emperors convened councils, enforced theological decisions, and viewed doctrinal unity as essential to imperial stability. Christianity offered a powerful ideological glue. Loyalty to the emperor overlapped with loyalty to the faith, and dissent from official doctrine could be framed as both spiritual error and political threat. This fusion strengthened imperial authority, but it also introduced new tensions as theological disagreements carried high political stakes. In Byzantium, governance was no longer simply Roman, it was Roman Christian. Justinian I, law, architecture, and unity. No ruler embodies this fusion more clearly than Justinian Murs, R. 527-565. Justinian envisioned the restoration of Roman greatness through law, faith, and monumental expression. His most enduring legacy is legal. The Corpus Juris Civilis, a comprehensive codification of Roman law, preserved centuries of legal thought and became the foundation for later European legal systems. It reinforced the idea that the emperor ruled through rational universal principles. Law as a divine instrument of order. Justinian also expressed imperial power through architecture. The construction of the Hagia Sophia symbolized both imperial authority and divine favor. Its vast dome, shimmering mosaics, and sacred symbolism announced that God and emperor ruled together from the heart of Constantinople. Religiously, Justinian pursued unity with determination. He suppressed what he deemed heretical movements and sought to harmonize Christian doctrine across the empire. Unity, in his view, was not optional. It was the precondition for imperial survival. The Sasanian Persian Empire, Byzantium's rival. East of Byzantium stood a state equally confident in its legitimacy. The Sasanian Persian Empire governed through a centralized monarchy supported by aristocratic elites and religious tradition. Persian kings ruled as divinely sanctioned figures, responsible for maintaining cosmic and moral order. Zoroastrianism played a central role in legitimizing Persian authority, but the empire itself was religiously pluralistic. Christians, Jews, and other communities lived within Persian territories, often protected so long as they remained loyal to the state. This tolerance was pragmatic as much as ideological, allowing the empire to govern a diverse population effectively. Persia was not a peripheral power. It was Byzantium's equal in wealth, military strength, and cultural influence, enduring conflict and religious pluralism. For centuries, Rome and Persia fought over borders, trade routes, and prestige. These conflicts were not merely military, they were civilizational contests between two imperial systems, each claiming universal authority. Yet even amid warfare, cultural exchange persisted. Diplomacy, commerce, and migration carried ideas, technologies, and religious traditions across borders. Christian communities existed in Persia. Persian influences shaped Byzantine court culture. Conflict and connection existed side by side. Religious pluralism, though managed differently in each empire, remained a defining feature of this world. Empires of faith did not produce uniform belief. Instead, they governed diversity through law, hierarchy, and negotiated coexistence. Conclusion: twin pillars of the Eastern world. The Byzantine and Sasanian empires represent two enduring models of post-Roman imperial power, both deeply religious, both highly centralized, and both convinced of their rightful place at the center of the world. Their rivalry stabilized the Eastern Mediterranean and Near East, even as it strained resources and fueled conflict. Together, they shaped the political and religious landscape into which new forces, most notably Islam, would soon emerge. Understanding these empires helps us see that late antiquity was not an age of decline, but an era of imperial reinvention, where Rome lived on through faith, law, and rivalry.